You know who my uncle's favorite wrestler was? Buzz Sawyer.
Was he really?
Yeah. So I was kind of bringing it up before I forgot about it. Yeah, Buzz Sawyer was his favorite wrestler.
What was it about Buzz that he liked? Was it the amateur wrestling style that he had?
His work ethic. He worked harder and faster than everybody else. Not faster, but he worked harder and better than everybody else. You know.
Had you met Buzz Sawyer?
No, I never met him before. He died before I met him. I remember something came to mind. Someone said, "Who's your uncle's favorite wrestler?" And I remember he always spoke very good about Buzz Sawyer.
Do you remember anyone else that he really liked from that generation?
Terry Funk, of course.
Yeah.
He taught me a lot. He was the first guy of his caliber that would do my moves, that would let me do what I wanted with him. He's the first guy. Anybody else that was his caliber or his position in wrestling would say, they said no to everything. And out of respect, I wouldn't do it. Him, I asked him, and he goes, "Go ahead, try it." I said, "Really?" And then he goes, "Just tell me what it is." And I couldn't explain to him what the moonsault was. I said, "Just stand right here and catch me." And he goes, "What do you?" And I flipped, and he caught me. And then, or I'll say, "Stay here and move," or "Stay here and catch me." And that's what we did. He's the first one of his caliber that would allow me to do that. And that gave him 10 more years or more of his career. After I wrestled him the first time, he said I gave him 10 years of life, because before he wrestled me, he was considered a senile old guy. He was only in his 50s. He's younger than I am. He's younger then than I am now.
Wow.
But yeah, I gave him 10 more years because people thought he was a new wrestler. He changed. He made all the guys coming up legitimacy.
It's been said too that he wasn't selfish at all. He really wanted to make people.
No, he cared about what he was doing, and he always wanted to make the guy he wrestled better.
Have you talked to Terry Funk recently?
Before the pandemic started, I talked to him, and he was had a little bit of dementia. He kept saying, "Where's his bag?" I go, "It's under the table," and about every 5 minutes he goes, "Where's my bag?" At first I thought it was funny, but then after 10 or 20 times, it got to be old that he really didn't know where his bag was. I was ready to run it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. My uncle helped break Terry Funk in. My uncle's first territory was Texas, Amarillo area for Dory Funk Sr. And so the first project my uncle had on the road was to take Terry Funk on the road and break him in. So that's what he did. Terry Funk was my uncle's first student.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Dory was a little bit older than Terry, so Dory was already broken the business, and he was on the road. And then but my uncle wrestled for Dory Sr., and his first thing he had to learn was break him in, break in Terry. But then it turned full circle by him helping me out. When Terry Funk helped me out, he didn't break me in, but he allowed me to do the moves that nobody's seen before. Big time, it got me over. Because they were saying, "Man, Terry Funk can do it, I can do it." At the time when I wrestled, anybody I wrestled, the guy would get over. Like, they go, "Oh, Al Snow wrestled Sabu, Al Snow must be good." Or so-and-so wrestled Sabu, so-and-so must be good. And the way it was that I wrestled Al Snow one time because somebody didn't show up. And I picked Al Snow. He wore a mask in the first match as Shinobi. I had him take his mask off for the last match just to be Al Snow. And someone said, "How did you know Al Snow was that good?" I go, I just figured he was the best in the area. Then if they print, Sabu said Al Snow's the best. That's in the area. And then he went from making $100 a match to make $350 a match.
So you're responsible for his bump in pay.
Yes.